Hey guys, um, this is my first video back in quite some time, and it is not the kind of video that I thought I was gonna make because I am mostly just into like reviewing products and things like that, but lately I've gotten more into the drama channel side of YouTube, which has been both fun and really scary. And I want to preface this video by saying it is not going to be monetized. I couldn't, monetize a video off of somebody's pain like that. Also, I only have makeup on because I was at a holiday thing. I wanted to make this video as soon as I woke up this morning, but there was just so much going on because it's the holiday weekend. So from the title, you can guess this is about John Kuckian, and I'm sorry if my phone moves. My dog is like right at my feet because he's in love with me and won't move. But anyway, this is about John Kuckian and his fucking bullshit attack on Peter Mon. If you don't know any of these people I'm talking about, I'll link some videos like down below that have covered John Kuckian and his bullshit. And I'll link Peter's channel because he's just absolutely amazing. And that way you can kind of get caught up. I didn't want to watch John's video. After I saw that it was up, after I saw Peter's video, after I heard the things, I heard a little bit and read, in the comments about things that he said, I didn't want to watch it. I did get it sent to me by somebody, and I did watch it because, I don't know, it's one of those things that I had to see it for myself because I know how sick and twisted he is, but it was something that I have never witnessed before. Somebody saying such derogatory, disgusting lies about somebody and having a fucking smirk on their face, laughing, giggling, like this is all just fucking funny to him. It's insane. And it's expected behavior from a narcissist like John Kuckian. But I never thought that somebody would go there, and really, like, who the fuck does he think he is? I think that's a question that we all have. He did this to Peter last year. He came for him around the same time of year, and Peter almost left YouTube because of it. My heart was broken. I have been a fan of Peter from his book YouTube channel. I've been following his Peter Mon channel for over a year and a half, something like that. And he is one of the good ones. Like, you can tell how genuine he is. And what makes him special to me is that I don't think he realizes how important he is to YouTube. And I don't think he realizes how he has touched people's lives. I know that he probably gets a million DMs and people, leave him his blue hearts on his comments, on his videos and everything. But before I get into John, I just want to get into Peter a little bit. I found his channel while my grandmother was having hospice care here at my house. And my grandmother was the reason why I started YouTube, because we loved makeup. And I was like, I could do this as like a hobby or something. And it was almost like therapeutic just to like talk, even if nobody really watched me. When I found his channel, I would leave, and I still leave his videos with one, learning something new, like learning some type of lesson, and laughing my fucking face off. And he's just incredible. I mean, his stories about his sobriety, especially because I've had issues with alcohol. I grew up with an alcoholic father, was sexually abused as a kid, and a lot of his stories touched me in a way that nothing else has, even going to actual therapy, if you can believe it or not. And I have DM'd him a couple of times. He's always responded with, thank you so much. And because I had to tell him, and I don't like go around DMing a bunch of YouTubers or like trying to get the attention of other YouTubers or anything like that. It's just that there's just so many times that I left his videos and I was like, wow, I learned something about myself, something about life, a better way to be, a different way to think about things. That's who Peter Mon is. And what he isn't is every single thing that John Kuckian has said that he is. And in John Kuckian's video, he uses Here for the Tea, Sam, as an example, saying that he does not, there was a screenshot of something nasty she said about Jeffree Star a while ago. And he's like, oh my God, I don't do things like that. I would never. Meanwhile, he's always talking about people going to STI clinics and having herpes and attacking Here for the Tea as far as her marriage or her looks, you know. And he does it right in front of everybody. He has this ability, I mean, to somehow say one sentence of something, and then the very next sentence is a total contradiction of what he just said. Does nobody see this? Does nobody catch this? I just don't understand why he has such this, like this big cult following. These people must be out of their fucking minds. I just don't understand it. I can't, I just can't. So after this video goes up last night, which I feel was a very calculated attack, it's similar to the time that it took place last year. It's fucking Christmas weekend, you know, and to have somebody make a move like that, just to tear somebody down, just to defame them, just to drag them, to make up all of this bullshit. Who the fuck does he think he is? I loved Peter's response video. He said that he would pray for him. This is the kind of man Peter Mon is. He said he would get to that point where he would be able to wish good things for John because he doesn't want to live with hate in his heart. He is a better man, a better person than I am, because although I don't wish horrible things for John Kuckian, if somehow all of the STIs that he claims other people have were to fall upon his dick to the point where it wouldn't function anymore, I would giggle. I would laugh at it. Because he is that much of a piece of shit. And I hate to say that about anybody. I mean, you really have to do something horrible to me personally, to my family. I mean, some really bad shit for me to even call you a name or to even want to express how I feel, because I usually let a lot of shit go. I'm going to try to fix this a little bit here. But in this case, there's no fucking excuse for it. If you really, in your heart, believe that Peter Mon is a pedophile, there is something wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. Anything that John said previous to making this video, saying that Peter would DM him and sext him and send him nudie pictures and all this stuff, where were those receipts at, John? You said you had all of this evidence, all of these receipts. You showed random pictures that could have been from anywhere. But if you had all of this information, all of these DMs, dick pics, all this fucking bullshit that you're talking about, where was it? Where? It's nowhere, because it doesn't fucking exist. And I'll tell you something, tonight, because as I was out, I was still trying to check up on things, because I actually care about Peter. Like, I cried during one of his videos. I mean, I feel like he's almost like family to me, you know? And so I was just trying to keep up, you know, on Twitter and YouTube and like see what was going on. And when I saw that John posted these supposed like Instagram fucking DMs or whatever, I was just like, oh my God. And it reminded me of a story. I used to have this friend, we'll call her Carol. That's like an old person name. She wasn't old. But Carol was cheating on her boyfriend. This was back in the MySpace, well, I guess early Facebook days. Um, she wanted to get out of the relationship, but she didn't want to break up with him. She wanted to kind of make it so that he would break up with her. And to justify the fact that she was cheating on him, she created a profile. She took a picture of a girl that he was friends with and made that into a page on Facebook and messaged her boyfriend, got into his Facebook because she knew his password, and created a fake conversation that she would eventually reveal and get mad about because she accidentally found it. That's how easy it is to fake shit. Now, we know that if you're a follower of Peter's, that you have seen him in ads for things. You've seen him on like Silver Fox thing and Silver Daddy this, like people just using his picture, and it happens all the time. There are so many ways that John could have fabricated this, and you know that he did. How he lives with himself, how he can sleep at night, I don't really know. It's beyond me. I actually wrote down a few things because I just didn't want to get off track because I know that I tend to ramble, and there's so much anger in me right now. And aside from John Kuckian being a drama channel, full of lies from the pits of hell, he's also a CEO of a cosmetics company and the founder of a foundation called Kuckian Foundation. Millions of videos on that. You can just search it. I'm not going to get into that shit too deep. But imagine the owner of, I don't know, imagine like Marc Jacobs. Imagine a brand of L'Oreal, Estee Lauder, some kind of makeup CEO making a video about somebody, accusing them of being a pedophile, accusing them of such horrific things, and laughing about it because to him it's funny. I mean, nobody would do that. Nobody in their right mind would do that. And I don't think John is in his right mind. Why he is attacking Peter after all of this time, I don't know. Peter hadn't made a video about him in so long, but because Kuckian Cosmetics, all this drama was surrounding it, he did. And he could have went in on him a lot harder than he did. He kept it a little bit light, until this shit happened. And it's not like Peter's the first person that has ever been on the receiving end of John's attacks. And that brings me to Karina Kaboom and Rich Lux. On my way home, I saw Rich had posted, I saw that Peter posted a video in response to a video Rich Lux uploaded. So I watched Rich's video first. And I had to leave a nasty comment because fuck you, Rich Lux. You are just as bad. In my mind, I've made excuses for him not talking about John Kuckian. Maybe he doesn't want to be involved in it or something. But Peter's right. He is co-signing this bullshit. He is a part of it. Maybe Rich doesn't see it that way. But if I were friends with somebody that did this to somebody, and I knew in my heart, and I knew, how good of a person this person was, and how nasty this is, and if I knew how untrue this was, there's not an amount of fucking AdSense revenue or Louis Vuitton that you could fucking give me to not stand up and say, this guy is a piece of shit, and I am no longer associated with him. I didn't see a tear come out of Rich Lux's eyes. I saw them look a little watery. He played the victim. That's what he did. Throwing up sexual abuse. And if you are a victim of something like that, you should even more so disassociate yourself with John Kuckian. Because like Peter said, how would you feel if somebody was accusing you of that, something that you're the victim of? I can't imagine. And maybe Rich is receiving some death threats or, you know, oh, go kill yourself or, you know, this and that. But you know that it is not anywhere near the level of what is happening to Peter. I don't feel bad for you, Rich. I've given you multiple chances. I just left you a comment on your video the other day because it was hilarious. That's how you fucking get us. Because you got your makeup on and you're all, you know, flipping your fans and being all kiki and shit. And it's funny and it's entertaining and it's lighthearted. And it's easy to get sucked into that and not see who you really are, who you really align yourself with. And since John Kuckian is part of the reason why you have grown on YouTube, you wouldn't dare say anything bad about him. And it's crazy to me. Crazy. Wouldn't you rather have some kind of integrity and dignity than material things, than followers? I mean, what is this bullshit with people saying you're irrelevant? Oh, you have X amount of followers and I have more followers and I have all these views and oh, look at my paycheck. That doesn't fucking make you relevant in any way at all. So people like to watch you. But who are you in your life? What do you do that's good? What do you stand for? What matters to you? What is in your heart? Those things are relevant. And I'm probably the most irrelevant person that's going to make a video about this. I didn't even really want to put John's name in the title because I didn't want to give it to him, but I want people to know how horrible he is. And considering that I've never done a video like this before, I know I'm going to get, it's for views. She's trying to be relevant. Well, I am kind of fucking relevant. I'm relevant in my job. I'm relevant to my family. I'm relevant to my fucking dog. I'm relevant to myself. And I have a fucking opinion. And I'm blunt. And I don't give a shit. And see, I think that makes this video even more important. Because a video that I watched earlier from Karen Joy. Hello, Karen. I kind of enjoy your content. But there's something about you. I haven't figured you out yet, but you had ads in the beginning of your video, and you also talked about your makeup, like apologizing, like, oh, my concealer and blah, 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 and then promoting your other videos on your channel. That I can see as being some bullshit for some views. And hey, and maybe you need the money, and who doesn't? I get it. I'm not saying it's wrong. It just felt wrong to me. So out of everybody that's probably going to make a video on this, I'm about this big. But my heart is this fucking big for Peter. So it was important for me to at least say, you know, Peter, if this video finds you, I love you. I know who you are. I know who you are. We all do. And I cannot thank you enough for your videos, for the few private DMs that we had about sobriety and things like that. You really have changed my life. You really have. And maybe that sounds fucking cheesy and corny to some people. I don't know. But it's the truth. And what has John done? Nothing but either scamming people or making up bullshit. And if you support John, I'm not sure why. If you cannot, that's the thing about some people, you know, they blindly follow these YouTubers like they're some kind of fucking gods. They can do no wrong. They don't want to be accused of being two-faced or a flip-flopper. Let me tell you something about being a fucking flip-flopper. Let's say I'm friends with somebody. We're tight. We go out all the time. You know, we're always hanging out. We're great. I've never said a bad word about her before. And she does some really fucked up shit. I'm going to say something about it. You don't have, it doesn't mean you're a flip-flopper if you can point out somebody else's wrongdoings and say something about it. You know, someday somebody that you really like might do some shady shit and then you don't like them anymore. Maybe they redeem themselves and then you do like them again. I thought Rich Lux was going to be one of those people. I thought there's no way that he is going to condone this. He's going to come out, the title of his video, it's not okay, and he's going to slam John and he's going to stick up for Peter. And it was just bullshit. It was just, I'm a victim, and oh, you know, his old crocodile tears, and fuck that shit. And I've waited a long time for him to redeem himself, and I'm done. Done. And it doesn't matter, you know, I mean, that's one subscriber that he's gonna lose. Whatever. But there's just no way that I can see past this. And as far as Karina is concerned, she's scary. Not in an intimidating way. Not, oh, I don't want to cross her or anything. She's just a very scary, very bitter, very miserable person. Her obsession with Manny, her ability to just twist shit around and make it out to seem like she's a victim. This bitch has been on YouTube for so long. I don't know how she has so many subscribers. She doesn't even have her comments on. And in every video she says, I'm just responding to alleged internet facts. Then she tells you some bullshit and adds her own opinion into the mix, her own assertions. They are assertions being passed off as facts. And I can't fucking stand that. You can have opinions all day long, but facts are facts. Your opinion on them doesn't change the actual facts. Her weird stuffed animals, I mean, I've never supported her. So for me, this is just another reason why I'm glad that I haven't supported her. And the only time I've seen her videos is because of something maybe she said that other drama channel picked up, or, you know, just like almost, not really like a hate watch, but almost like a, wow, like there's something really wrong with this woman. And it's sometimes you just can't not watch. Done with both of them. And I just really hope that Peter knows that we're here standing with him. And, you know, this year is very different than last year. He has a bigger community around him. People are more aware of the fraud that is John Kuckian. And I hope that people will wake the